Yo, what is going on, guys? DidgerX here, and today I'm coming at you with an Overwatch coaching video, actually, or we're going to VOD review Strat here. And if this is your first time on the channel, guys, I am a Masters player, a Soldier main, but I can flex on quite a few different heroes. So Strat says, climbed from Bronze 5 to Silver 4 on my own so far, so that's like a whole rank, which is solid, but looking for more tips and ways to improve. I constantly try to be a positive voice in text or voice chat to bring the team morale up. Try taking games in my own hands by switching heroes if needed, making callouts to focus healers, and pinging important stuff in the game. He said he mostly plays Junkrat, Soldier, and Reaper with the ability to play Pharah and Mei comfortably. So he's got a nice little pool. All that stuff is good. He's got a nice little pool of heroes: Junkrat, Soldier, Reaper, Pharah, Mei. So it looks like he's starting off on Junk here. Let's get into this. So this is going to be Silver. So we're probably going to see some pretty questionable plays on both sides. So let's just go back to the beginning. But if you guys are interested in me doing a VOD review or even talking on Discord, please leave a comment with the replay code or your Discord, and you know, we can do the thing. But let's see how this goes here. So Blizzard World, let's see. Honestly, one thing I like to say at the beginning of every game, just chill for a little bit at the start. See what they're running, because it's going to dictate how you play. For example, like if they have a Widow set up on the high ground or towards point on this map, you're going to want to play carefully. Like you're going to want to play back. You're going to want to use cover. So at the start, and this is no matter what character you're on, at the start of each game, I like to play safe, like just use cover and stuff until their team is either revealed by the game when I hit tab, or you know, the team just spots what characters they have. So just a little thing I like to do at the start of every round. But let's see. So you go left right off the bat here. You have Mercy. She leaves you. So Junkrat actually can be solid on a flank because he's got that one-shot potential with just his left click and a mine. Okay, so you're kind of spamming. The Sig is up a little bit. Lifeweaver's on left alone. You're on high ground. This is a good spot to take on a lot of characters because they don't control it. So they do have a Widow. I always try to ping Widows for the team because she's extremely dangerous with her one-shot potential. So you're pushing her. The team isn't looking at you. So now the team is looking at you. This is, yes, I was about to say this. So this is a bad play. You just overextend, like, way too much here. I mean, you don't have your team with you at all. I know you did get her weak. But, you know, their whole team is over here on this point. Like, killing the Widow is good, but it's not really totally worth it. You could have just helped your team on point. So you pressure Widow out, and then you could turn left and start to spam into the team. Or instead of fully committing on her here, you could maybe bank some shots off this wall or off the back, or just stay back and try to... I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could do. You just go too deep here, basically, so just be conscious of your positioning. You do get the Widow, though, so nice job, Strat. And then the Torp picks you, because the team actually does look at you there, which is what they should do. You probably would have died way earlier at other ranks. The Widow would have called you out, pinged you, the team would have all looked at you and killed you. So at higher ranks, that's just not going to fly. You're going to want to stay with your team a little more there, or at least not go for the aggressive solo play. You will get back before the Widow, though, so you're one up here. Let's see if you can spam down the other Sig shield as Junkrat. Your Sig will have opportunity. Okay, so your team gets a little slaughtered. And once again, this is just too deep. Like, it's fine to be deep occasionally as Junkrat, but you got to know your opportunities. That was just, you were just frontlining in between two tanks and almost died. The Mercy did bail you out. Your tank goes down because I think your Ana's dead. So that's good movement with the junk mines. Okay. So let's break this down. Your Ana gets picked, your Mercy reses somebody, and your Sig just goes down here because you only have Mercy heals, which is unfortunate. Your Mercy goes in, which is suicide, and that Torb gets a pretty quick ult, I would say. Your movement with the mines is good. Using the mines to get out here is super solid, and then you Unfortunately, just stand in the tour bolt, which, I mean, you just got to be aware of where it is. I would have tried to fully back out there. I would not have even gone and shot. I would have just tried to play my life and live. Another important thing, no matter what role or character you are playing, play your life. Try to live. Living is the most important thing in this game, especially on damage. The damage will come if you're just alive and peppering them. So you're going to take high ground again. This is fine. Maybe tire from back here? Maybe go around right side or over this wall. Yes, that's good. Okay, they have Immor, which is annoying. So they have BAP Lifeweaver, which is somewhat annoying for the tire because they have a lot of just escape tools. For ults in general, like if they have a Kiriko or a BAP, gonna want to look that they use Immortality or Cleanse first, especially for tire, because tire's like useless against Immortality Field. I mean, you'll destroy Immortality Field and kill nobody, but just try to monitor the other team's cooldowns if you can. I mean, that is probably more like once you start getting into plat. At this rank, I hardly think anybody is looking for cooldowns and such, but that was a good idea with the tire. Let's see what happens. So you're spamming. Okay, you get a junk spam kill, classic. Okay, looks like your team might wrap this up with a sigil. Nice, you beat your junk on the 1v1. So there, I definitely would have pinged the junk right side just because he was totally alone and exposed, and it seems like all the healers are over left side. So that junk was kind of a free kill over there if your team just looks at him for a second. Anyway, they tree. Fighting in the tree, especially when you're nanoed, is definitely possible. The tree does good healing, but not crazy. Those Immor again. I feel like you guys are just going to clean this up here. Yeah. Team cleans this up, so you unfortunately do go down, but, you know, that wasn't really your fault. Just kind of a sacrifice. You know, they have a soldier now. Mercy does res you. And your team is pushing up and getting a couple more picks while you cap, so this is all good. Taking high ground here is fine. I would generally, with your comp, you have an Ana, right? I would generally put like Ana on payload right now, but you sitting here is fine. I mean, your whole team is just right ahead of you. You could go forward a little bit, try to take some space with your Sigma. Yeah, because that'll happen. They do have a Bastion, so your tank is going to have a tough time. You got a random junk spam kill, didn't even see that. Okay, so there is Immortality, and you have Tire. I think you recognize this. Yes, this is a good Tire. Nice. Solid. So he used Immor, he tired, you got a kill this time. Good job. You're going to push forward with your tank. I think you have a tank behind you. Oh my god, I'm mixed up because of the replay. They're blue. Yes, this is good. Get on top of them. You might be able to get a mine kill here. If this BAP has... Oh, I'm confused with the fucking Immor because of the replay. That was in Immortality. This BAP just has Immor. Like, it seems like very frequently. So this is good. You're pushing them back, and I do like when you take high ground here. Your movement with the junk mines is solid. Like, you taking high ground here is good just because they have nobody contesting high ground, even when they could. So, like, in a higher rank, I think there would be more up on high ground. Like, the BAP really should be playing, like, up here, shooting back down at his team. The Lifeweaver should probably be on high ground, healing his team down here. You will see this more in higher ranks, like, players positioning on the high ground. But, like, right now, it's pretty free. So you're just shooting, you're pinching them as well. You're creating a pinch. You unfortunately do go down to the Bastion, but you get rezzed. And then your BAP. Okay, so that's, yes, and this is where I'm getting confused with the replay. So that is their Matrix. Because they have the BAP, it's just blue, and I'm confused with the replay. So this is actually a good thing you do. You stand in front of the... He kind of put it too far back, like it's to your left here. He put it way too far back, so you guys can just push through it easily, and it's like a worthless ult, practically. So all this is good, actually. Solid, solid, solid. So far, I would say, like, you've died because you went after that Widow. Alright, you're just hiding from Tire, I guess, because they tired, right? So they're switching up their team comp. You're dying because you're out of position, really. Like, you died on that high ground, which wasn't necessarily out of position. You're just unaware of the Bastion. Maybe call out for Mercy to come with you and damage boost you there, because that was a good spot. You just went too deep on the Widow. Sometimes you're just, you know, too deep, a little out of position, and this is a big problem that a lot of lower ranked Overwatch players have. So I guess your mind gets destroyed, but even then, once again, you're just up very far. You're caught out from your team, unfortunately. So they clean up your team, but it's fine. You're almost towards another tire. You can go, like, left side here, up onto the high ground, and jump down on them with tire. That's a good route. Let's see. Yeah, I would just spam this as junk as well. Tire, yeah, it gets destroyed instantly. So that just was not a good tire because you sent it all down main where all 5 were looking. For something like this, you just, I mean, for Tire, you just don't want to do that. Like, you don't have much health on Tire, so you want to try to be sneaky with it, or even, like, hold it at the corner, because you can hold Tire. I mean, it's like 10 seconds at last, so you can just hold it at the corner without moving it, and then send it in when your nanoed sig makes space or something. Basically, with Tire, you just don't want to send it in a place where all 5 are going to look at it. Like, down main like that is not really the look. I definitely would have sent it left and gone on a flank, but let's see. Okay, so their team is split right now. They're on this right side when they should have went to this left side probably and played this corner. But they're on this right side here, which you're identifying and you're going for. Mercy gets you. You get the Bastion. Good job. Good kill on him. Brain Dead Mercy goes for a res, so she's a free kill. That was actually good. You recognize they were split. You recognize that they were out of position. And in that small-ass room, which is just good for Junkrat. So were you just trapped on payload by their junk for a second? Once again, you're taking high ground, although, yeah, just a little out of position. So if you're gonna go for a play like this, like, I like that you're trying to get high ground, although you need to use cover and you need to wait till your team makes a little bit of space, because you go up there, you're once again, it's like the Tire, you're looked at by 5 people, and I'm pretty sure you were killed by a damage boosted Bastion there. I wish I could hit tab, but I think you're dying probably a little too much here. So instead of going where you went, I would have gone to the right, because you have cover. Like, you can play around the thing up top there. Or I would have gone to the left where you have cover, but you kind of just went straight down mid, and the damage boosted Bastion is obviously just a lot to handle. I mean, that's going to melt anybody, especially Junkrat with his big-ass hitbox. I see that you have improved. You're definitely not, like, a bronze player. I think you could even get to gold pretty easily if you think about your positioning a little bit more. Yes, this is good. See, this is good. This is where you should have been in the first place. This is where you should have been in the first place. Because, see, you have this cover to use. This is perfect. You have this cover to use right here. And over here, you could have played around here as well. So this is the better play. And you do it this time. And now you can spam down on them for free, create pressure. Look, you can pick up a kill. They might try to res that now that they have the Mercy. But once again, just, you know, out of position. You're just way too far forward. You need to wait for your tank sometimes. And just use cover. I mean, you're just so exposed there. Just play corners, play cover, or wait for your tank to create space. Looks like you guys are probably going to get it here. It's only their supports, and I think they're going to have to touch, so you should just be able to, yeah. Alright. Pretty solid round. You guys got 48 seconds on the clock. Yeah, the main thing is just going too deep. I like the mine plays. I truly do. Just taking high ground, taking space where they won't expect you and stuff like that. Yeah, just need to be a little more careful with how deep you go in the cover. Alright, you actually switched on to Soldier this round. I would say the junk would have worked fine still, but I don't know why you switched up here. Maybe you just like Soldier for defense. This is a decent Soldier map in my opinion. You have some good high ground to play with. This is also a classic spot because you can drop off to the right if they really pressure you or dive you. But start of the round, look to see what the enemy team has. If they have a Diva or a Winston, you should probably get off this high ground pretty fast. If they have like a Genji or something like that, you should probably get off the high ground pretty fast. This team is playing up here at the choke. A lot of teams play back on point at higher elos or even start up here. I personally, my favorite spot is honestly just to play back at point, especially with a comp like this. Playing a more aggressive comp, sure, you can hold choke. So, just looking, you can hear they have a Bastion. Like I said, they ran a Widow at the start of last round, so I just played easy. And they go right, and this is why playing choke can just be ass, because now they're, I mean, completely behind you. Okay, so here, alright. I'm fairly certain I have pings enabled, unless the replay is just glitched. I just ping everything. Calm that they're coming behind you right away, because this... honestly, depending on how many there are, this could be the end of the point. Like, this is bad. Your sig is up way too far, and I know that's not your fault, but this is just silver status. Playing point is just better than playing up here. So you see them, start emptying into them. Good helix, some good shots. May's weak. Oh, there are pings, and you guys do ping them. Identify that Mei doesn't have ice block. You put some good shots into her, and the turret finishes her, so good stuff. You're now shooting at the wall, which is fine. Alright, so this is good. So you're just kind of keeping them at bay there, although this is fine. You should, once they're gone from here, I mean, keep it in your peripheral like this. Like, look at it every once in a while, but you don't gotta do this suppressing fire on the doorway. Like right now your team needs help main, so turn there after the threat from the right is gone. Okay, so this is not really good. Like, see what you're doing here? You're kind of just firing off like shots. Like destroying the wall is fine there, but you're kind of just firing off like this. You're kind of just firing off random shots, and this is not really what you want to do in Overwatch. You want to make sure you're managing your ammo okay. Because, like, every shot you shoot, you might have a missed opportunity with a kill. Like, you're just emptying into this doorway where nobody is. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on. You're just emptying into this doorway where nobody is, and this is just pointless. You're going to have to reload, and what if somebody is weak and you're reloading because you're shooting a doorway for no reason? You always want to be trying to do damage. Like, suppressing fire, like, you can use suppressing fire in Overwatch for sure, but, like, maybe for a Widow or something, but this is just not the play. You want to make sure you're managing your ammo well. Also, here, you're standing like... So you're AD strafing here, which is good. You know, you're hitting AD, but here you're standing too still. If they had other characters that had some range, you'd be done for here. I mean, you're just standing way too still. I mean, this is a good position. You're emptying into them. But like right here, so you're just standing completely still while the Bastion shoots at you, and you do move eventually. But yeah, a little too much. I would definitely heal pad here, because at 117 health, you're also a little weak, and heal pad you get pretty frequently. Team's doing a good job, but once again, with the kind of empty spraying, I just wouldn't do that. Like I said, you just want to save your ammo for when there are potential kill opportunities, or you want to keep pressure on, and spraying at nothing is not really just keeping pressure on. Your Moira gets picked, so your Mercy heals only. They're not pushing. They probably should be a little more aggressive right now, though your Sim does have a microwave in this choke. You're doing fine. Oh, that's unfortunate. She ice blocked. But if you want to talk about Visor for a second, Visor is not really that great of an ult. People think auto aim, especially at like lower ranks, and are like, "Oh, it's aimbot. It's so good." It's fine. It's not crazy. It's not bad. I would never use it to engage like this because it's super easy to kite. You already know they have a Mei. so you know that she can ice block, and you just don't really have a crazy sight line here. Like, I would have saved Visor for when they start pushing in. Maybe they come right side even. But here it's just not worth it because they're not really taking space. They can easily just hide, like over here or over here. They can hide anywhere, really. They have a ton of places to hide, so, you know, not really the best. Also, I would calm to your Mercy for a damage boost when you Visor, because that does make it a little more effective. And I would try to combo stuff with Visor. Like if you have a Kiriko, Kitsune is super good to pair with Visor, or if you have an Ana, Nano, obviously. Nano Visor, very good. But just a raw Visor like this is probably not your best option. Most of the time you want to wait till it's chaos and like a full team fight ensues, and then just go ham with your Visor. Okay, so your tank goes down. They life weave. Good shots on Bastion. Solid shots. Okay, you identify that Mercy was gonna res. You pick her too, so good shit. Now you're fighting for your life. You're probably donezo here, but you pick up Lifeweaver as well. I would not have dropped off high ground there. Let's see. Mercy could probably get this res from around the corner, potentially. I don't know. She might not be able to. But basically, you could see her from high ground here. And this is really good. You pick 2, but because you dropped, you're now dead. You have the sprint right away. So it's just really about pathfinding as well. You maybe could have gone up to the stairs. But good play overall. I just wouldn't have dropped after those kills. I probably would have fallen back to point. You definitely got more value than you probably should have, though. But it was decent play. Decent play. Let's see. Coming back to point. It looks like they're probably just going to get this. Your tank is dead. You're walled off. Your Lucio picks up Mei. That is a good kill on Mercy. Oh my god. Are you guys actually retaking this? Let's rewind for a sec. Even though this is a good kill on Mercy, you have free high ground right here that you can take and look over the point, and you definitely could have gotten the Mercy from the high ground. So just be aware of your positioning. Like, once again, I know you're touching point, but Soldier, you just get so much advantage when you're on high ground. Still a good play. Definitely would have gotten punished at higher ranks for this. Another thing with Soldier. You have decent range. Like, he is a mid to long range character. You don't want to be taking challenges like this Mei. Like, this is just, she is dangerous to you. She is super dangerous to you at this range. So you should run away and fight her at a longer range. Same thing goes with Reaper. If a Reaper teleports on you, do not underestimate them. Like, they will drop you at close range. So, I understand what you're trying to do. Although I would have just tried to fall back and take this fight. Just take this fight at a longer distance. Your Moira just goes crazy though. So once again, just another little like positioning thing. As Soldier, you know, take the high ground and stuff. Take the high ground, play like mid to long range fights, and Junk I would just be careful about going in too deep, and I would definitely just try to play cover better with him so you don't get mowed down. This is going to be their last fight here. Oh, good fucking pick. Good fucking pick. They res it, but you pushed res out. I would maybe just drop heal pad at this corner, because by the time they push up, you'll probably have another heal pad. You're just kind of low on health. Just not really worth it. So this is a good Visor, because they have to come in and push. You'll probably get this Mei when she un-ice blocks. Nice kill on the Mercies. That was good target priority. You saw that she was in ult. And Soldier is... Okay. Well, it ends there. That's the game ends, but you see that she's an ult, and Visor is a super good like anti-mercy ult thing. So honestly, I've popped Visor just to get rid of mercy ults before, because in my opinion, Valk is probably stronger than Visor. So if you can trade that out and kill an ulting mercy, I definitely think it's worth it. And then you clean up here. So overall, like, you know, you played a decent game. I would say you played a decent game. Like, I wish I could see the scoreboard. I definitely think you were doing a decent amount of damage. But yeah, overall, I would say what you need to work on is positioning. Your mechanics are what I would expect from Silver. They're fine. I mean, they'll obviously get better as you rank up and as you play more. Generally, like, sensitivities, whatever. I don't know what sensitivity you play at. I generally prefer like a lower sensitivity. I just feel like it helps you be much more precise. Higher sensitivities, you can overdo it a lot. Your cooldown usage for the most part, pretty good. Like here I would probably use trap, but main thing truly is positioning. You did identify, I'd say the things you did well were like identifying when the Mercy was going to res. I assume at these lower ranks, like Mercies just try to res everything, even if it's like a brain dead suicide res. But you did do a good job at denying them and identifying that. So yeah, positioning, maybe a little cooldown management with the junk traps and the heal pad, but overall solid game. Just pay attention to where your tanks are and pay attention to cover. Cover is so important in Overwatch too, because you don't have two tanks to stand in front of you and dive the enemy. So playing cover is extremely important. But Strat, yeah, overall solid game. And if you guys are interested in coaching, like I said, please let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna try to do some VOD reviews and have fun with it. You know, even if you have like questions, talk on Discord or something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been EggsISmell. Peace.